My dear husband, I feel we were parted for too long.
How long are you planning on keeping this charade, exactly?
Our marriage union is final and binding. It is your choice how you react to the situation. I was given an interesting piece of information before you arrived, involving a traitor that was recently detained in our underground holding cells.
Do go on.
It seems they found one of Cinder's accomplices prowling around our palace. That earthen criminal, Carswell Thorne.
That is interesting.
I don't suppose you know what he was attempting to accomplish here.
Perhaps he felt slighted at not receiving an invitation.
No matter. We caught him before he could cause too much trouble. I thought, as you soon will be Luna's king consort, and he was your prisoner before he was mine, I might allow you to decide how best to execute him.
How my wife does honor me.
Levana was trying to goad his temper, but she had given him a gift. It was a relief to hear that Thorne wasn't already dead. He looked around at the guests, confused by the presence of one bioengineered soldier with a malformed face and body. Kai frowned at his green eyes. He jolted. He remembered hearing that Wolf had been taken, but they hadn't known what happened to him. But now he knew. This creature was Wolf, but not.
You recognize my prize soldier? I should think he's changed a great deal since you last saw him.
The barriers around Artemisia were knocked down, and the coronation was almost over.
There's no way through.
Cress was supposed to open them. Unless they've been caught.
I smell something. Something synthetic.
Well, what a menacing bunch you are.
Aiko!
Aiko's right arm was hanging limp, and there were bullet holes and ripped synthetic tissue and dead wires all over her body.
Oh, Aiko, what happened?
More stupid lunar guards, that's what happened. They cornered me and did this. I had to play dead until they left me alone. Good thing they have no idea how to kill an android here. Are you being held prisoner right now, or are these things on our side?
They're on our side. Aiko, what time is it? Shouldn't the gates be open by now?
We're right on schedule.
Machinery groaned and the gates began to descend into the rocky ground.
You will fix me again, won't you?
Of course I will. Broken isn't the same as unfixable.
I love you, Cinder.
I love you too.
Why are we not moving? We grew impatient to shred Levana and her court into tiny bite-sized pieces.
Good thing they're on our side.
By the power vested in me as the Emperor of the Eastern Commonwealth, I do proclaim you Empress Levana of the Eastern Commonwealth.
Hello, dearest Aunt Levana. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to make sure I had your full attention. First, allow me to congratulate you. It seems you finally have everything you've always wanted. Now it's my turn. You have 10 minutes to come to the front gates of your palace and surrender.
It's a trick! She can do nothing to me!
My queen, there has been a security breach. They are inside the city. All 8 of our barriers are down.
Who is inside the city?
The cyborg. Civilians from the outer sectors. Even some of our own soldiers have joined them.
The next person who uses the word cyborg in my presence will be losing a limb. Why haven't they been stopped?
Our resources are thin, Your Majesty. So many of our men went to the outer sectors to tame the uprisings. We cannot send reinforcements to meet these rebels without weakening our position here at the palace.
Fine. This little rebellion will end here.
Also, my queen, we found a port screen in the system control center after we discovered that our security had been tampered with. It belongs to none other than our king consort.
I was wondering where that had gotten off to, and here I spent all morning looking for it.
The celebration is over. No one is to leave the room until I allow it. The wolf stays at my side. He will make the perfect shield should I need one.
If Levana does not surrender, we will take the palace by force. There are multiple entrances on this main floor. Take them all. Break the windows. But do not forget that the queen and her entourage are inside. Thaumaturges will try to manipulate you. Kill them if you have the chance, as they will not hesitate to kill you or use you to kill your own friends and neighbors. The queen's guards are trained soldiers, but their minds are weak. Use them to your advantage. Above all, remember why you are here today. By this night, I will be your queen and you will no longer be slaves!
Then the palace doors opened. It was a mutant, one of the queen's soldiers. Her breath caught. It was Wolf. Queen Levana followed, along with Emery and a line of thaumaturges.
By this night, I will be your queen, and you will no longer be slaves. What spirited words from the girl who causes death and chaos wherever she goes. Here I am, girl who claims to be Princess Selene. I will not make you go in search of me. Go ahead. Try to take my crown.
Cinder lifted her hand, a signal to hold the attack.
Princess, she's brought reinforcements. I can smell them approaching.
This is your last chance. Proclaim before all these witnesses that I am Selene Blackburn, the rightful heir to the Lunar Throne. Give me your crown, and I will let you and your followers live. No more lives have to be lost.
Selene is dead. I am the Queen of Luna, and you are nothing but an imposter.
I thought you'd say that.
Then she let her arm fall. Cinder's army surged forward. The mutant soldiers fell, tortured by the thaumaturges. Cinder protected the civilians' minds as best she could, but then her body stopped moving. She had always managed to escape the manipulation before, but her cyborg brain was broken. Her tenuous control over the citizens dissolved. The battle ended before it truly begun.
What is this? Why, I had been looking forward to a battle of skill, young princess. But it seems you will not put up the fight I had been expecting. There is an easy treat for you, my pet.
Hey, your queenliness! Over here!
A gunshot ricocheted. Levana stumbled and blood sprayed, but it was Wolf who was hit. Levana had ducked behind him. Wolf charged at Aiko, the animal instinct attacking his attacker. He tackled her to the ground, clamped his jaws around her arm until a wire sparked in his mouth. Cinder's lungs burned. She was trapped, but...
I am Princess Selene!
You are an imposter!
Cinder's video appeared on the dome. The battle stilled.
And I am ready to claim what's mine! People of Artemisia, this is your chance! Renounce Levana as your queen and swear fealty to me, or I swear that when I wear that crown, every person in this room will be punished for their betrayal.
That is enough! Kill her!
In there in the video was Levana, but not Levana. Beneath the glamour, her face was disfigured from ridges and scars, sealing shut her left eye. The destroyed skin continued down her jaw and neck. Her hair was thinner and a lighter shade of brown, and great chunks were missing where the scars had reached around the back of her head. More scars could be seen on her left arm where her sleeve didn't hide them. Burns. They were scars created from burns.
Turn it off! Turn it off! Don't look! Stop looking! I'll have your eyes ripped out! Every one of you!
Cinder realized she was no longer paralyzed from Levana's mind control. It was her own shock keeping her rooted to the ground. It was working. The queen was losing control. She was being forced to see the truth beneath her own glamour, and she could do nothing to stop it. Levana's glamour was gone. She was wretched and afraid.
Shit!
She had missed. Scarlet reloaded her gun and took aim again. Levana stumbled back into her palace, leaving her thaumaturges and Wolf behind. Wolf stared at Scarlet, his deformed face twisted in recognition and horror. The battle exploded into chaos. Scarlet, afraid she would hit an alley when every blood-soaked civilian looked like an enemy, focused on the obvious targets, the thaumaturges. Every time she felt her conscience creeping up on her, it was a human life she was about to take. She would see one of the civilians put a gun to their own head or stab one of their family members, and she would pick the thaumaturge whose face was tight with concentration, and her qualms would disappear. The battlefield was a massacre. When her gun ran out of ammo, she found an axe, but then her fingers twitched, a warning. Someone else had control of her body.
Everyone, get away from me! Run!
Panic clawed at her stomach as she swung the axe at a civilian woman, but the axe halted mid-swing. Wolf towered over her. He tore the axe from her grip. Against her will, she fought his grasp, but he was immovable and merciless, bending his body around her like a cocoon. The thaumaturge gave up, moving on to the easier victim.
Stars! Stars! I'm gonna...
You didn't.
It's still you, isn't it? They haven't changed.
Yes. I don't know. I think so. Scarlet, I am so sick of the taste of blood.
We don't serve a lot of blood on the farm. So you're gonna have to work on your diet anyway. Have you seen Cinder? We should...
Scarlet, they did change me. I'm dangerous now.
Oh, please, we don't have time for this.
She pulled him toward her in a kiss.
You've always been dangerous. You're my alpha. And I'm yours. And it's not gonna change because they gave me your jawline. Come on now.
She looked around, scoring the weapons, the limbs, the bodies.
Are we losing?
Not for long.
What do you mean?
His nose twitched.
Princess Winter is close. And she's brought reinforcements.
Aiko and Cinder raced through the palace.
We're almost there.
2 guards up ahead.
That's the guy who saved Winter.
And you're that disturbing robot.
The correct term is escort droid, you ignorant, inconsiderate.
You're the one who killed Levana's captain of the guard.
I did. So, you're the cyborg that's been causing so much trouble.
Wow, he's pretty and smart.
Is Levana in there?
No, just the coronation guests. I suspect she's preparing to slaughter all the Earthens if you don't surrender.
Where else would she go? Somewhere she feels safe and powerful.
The throne room, I guess. Be careful. We guards tend to be treated well. You'll find a lot of us will stay loyal to Levana.
Why aren't you?
Something tells me I'm going to like your offer more.
Aiko, stay with Kai. In case she does send a thaumaturge after them, I want someone there who can't be controlled. And try to get him and any Earthens away from here. I'm going after Levana. You. If you're loyal to me, then you'll be loyal to the Earthen Emperor. Protect him with your life.
Aiko and Kinney burst into the room.
Kai!
Where's Cinder?
Jacin was holding Winter's hand, his fingers strong and tense, like he was afraid she would vanish if he loosened his grip. The courtyard in the front of the palace was already a graveyard.
Palace will be soaked through with blood. The waters of Artemisia Lake will run red, and even the Earthens will see it.
Winter.
There was a familiarity to one of the soldiers. Winter began to wail. It was Alpha Strum, and it was her fault he was here. She had asked him to fight for her, and now he was dead.
Winter, what are you doing?
I'm dying.
I knew this was a bad idea.
I am destroyed. I do not know that even a sane person could recover from this. So how can I?
Precisely why we should leave. Come on.
The thaumaturges were fleeing inside. They were overwhelmed. There were too many people now for the Queen's minions to hold their own. Spurred on by their victory, the people rushed to the palace. Winter spotted a flash of vivid red hair, and her heart leaped.
Scarlet! No, Scarlet, don't go in there! The walls are bleeding!
Jacin dragged her to shelter.
It's not safe. It isn't safe in there. The walls... The blood... She'll be hurt and she'll die, and they're all going to die.
All right, Winter. Calm down. Scarlet is strong. She'll be all right.
It isn't just Scarlet. Everyone is going to die, and nobody knows. Nobody sees it but me. Lowly daughter of a guard and a seamstress. I should have been scavenging for scraps, not royalty. Not this!
Hey, you're my princess, right? You were always going to be my princess, no matter what you were born, no matter who your dad married.
You were always my guard.
That's right. Come on, I'm getting you out of here.
You need to help Selene and Scarlet and the others.
No, either she's winning or she's losing. My presence won't sway it at this point. But you, I can take care of you. For once.
You always take care of me.
Winter's eye caught on movement. A servant had raised a knife over her head, her face empty. Winter gasped and yanked Jacin to the side. He pried the woman's fingers back until she dropped the knife. Then he threw all of his own weapons into the battlefield, before his own hands could turn the weapons against them.
I hope you don't think that will make a difference.
Emery, not even trying to smile for once, not smug or cruel or taunting, he looked unhinged.
As you are useless with your gift, perhaps you do not understand that we do not require guns and knives to do damage. When you have been given the power that I have, all the world is an armory, and everything in it is a weapon. You could be strangled with your own belt, You can impale yourself with a serving fork. You could plunge your own thumbs into your eye sockets.
You think I don't know the sort of things you can do?
You are as inferior to me as a rat. Yet she still made your choice, didn't she? You should have accepted me when you had the chance.
I could have, but it would have been no more real than the visions that plague me.
So you chose a pathetic guard.
You don't understand. He is the only thing that is real.
And soon he will be dead, little princess. Real or not, I will have you. If not as a wife or a willing mistress, then as a possession to be displayed in a pretty bejeweled case. I have waited too many years to let you go now. And you? I have been waiting for this since you were brought before the court. I should have watched you bleed on the throne room that day.
That must have been such a disappointment for you.
It was. But I do think that I will enjoy this moment even more. But how shall it be done? By my hand? By your own? By hers? Ah, how inconsolable she would be then, to be the instrument of her own beloved's death. Perhaps I will have her bash in your skull with a rock. Perhaps I will have her choke you with her pretty fingers. Perhaps I rather like that idea.
Winter's hands stirred. She did not know if they would be strangling or choking or bashing or impaling. She kept her eyes open against the hot tears, her hands wrapped around his neck. A flash of red sparked through her pooling tears. Scarlet, creeping behind Emery, inching over the fallen bodies, a knife in her hand. She raised a finger to her lips.
I am the Queen's own thaumaturge! You think I cannot feel you sneaking up on me? You think I cannot handle one pathetic mutant and a weak-minded guard and an earthen?
He pivoted to face Scarlet, but his smile faded. The bioelectricity around Scarlet was already claimed. No one was there who could have undermined his own powers, except...
Winter?
In the moment he'd been distracted by Wolf, he had released Winter's hands and mind. Winter was staring at Scarlet, horrified, trembling but fierce. She was crying and hating herself. She was wretched and cruel, but she didn't relent. Scarlet's mind was confused, but her body was vicious and determined as she plunged the knife into his flesh. Reality disintegrated around her as Scarlet stabbed him 9 times. Her heart split into 2. She was an animal, a killer, a predator. She suffocated beneath the weight of her crimes. Animal, killer, predator.